We are headed out for a very short day today. This is the place we stayed last night, right up there. And this is the Sure Stay Hotel by Best Western, right on the water. Absolutely a gorgeous place to stay. The rates were good for thru hikers. We had a wonderful time. We were headed out to the NOC to see if we can arrange a shuttle back to Newfound Gap, and then we'll go to hiking. So we'll talk to you up the trail. All right, we are absolutely blessed. We are at Newfound Gap today, and we just got picked up by the Bunches from South Carolina. We're gonna give them a shout out. Thank you guys so much for picking up 3 complete strangers off the trail, or off the roadside, and dropping us at the trailhead. So we're going to explore here for just a minute. If I can get over there to it, right over here is the Tennessee-North Carolina state line. These folks are standing there taking a picture. I'll just walk up this way. There it is. I'm gonna have strangers in my video. I hope they don't mind. But there's the Tennessee-North Carolina state line. And we've got a fairly short walk today. We're gonna go 3 miles up to the Icewater Springs shelter. Should be good. Get back in the woods slowly and easily. So this is Newfound Gap. Well, I'm going uphill, so I'm breathing hard. But I wanted to stop and talk to you for just a minute about the blessings of the day. We were walking away from Newfound Gap. We started at Gatlinburg this morning, well, about lunchtime. And we went just out on the edge of town, put out our thumbs, and in about 15 minutes, we had a ride, mother-daughter from South Carolina, that were looking at doing some hiking, and they were interested in talking to some hikers, so they picked us up. And it was really neat talking with them on the 20 or 30 minute ride out here. And then we got here, and Newfound Gap and the roadway all the way up here is just crawling with people on a Wednesday, which just is crazy to me. But anyway, we had quite a lot of folks that wanted to stop and talk to us since we're through hiking, and that was really a nifty experience. I'm glad to share some of our stories from the trail and tell them what it's like to be out here, and truly a blessing. Well, today, so far, we're just out of Newfound Gap. The trail is the widest that it's been, but there's been a lot of tourist traffic up here, a lot of day hikers coming up to see some of the mountain views, and there have been some. As I said earlier, we're not going too terribly far today, but it should be a beautiful day. We should have some views. The sun is out, the clouds are not so much, and looking for a beautiful day. Well, thank goodness for Gavin, because I just about blew past this view. I was fiddling with my phone and looking up the trail, and just walked right by it, so I turned around and came back. It's a gorgeous day out here in the mountains. Not sure if that's the road we came in on, or if that's the road that we would have kept on going up if we'd have kept going. But it is absolutely a fantastic day today. Glad to be back in the woods. Well, we're still climbing. That's all right. I wonder very much if there's some sort of a site up here, because there's still an awful lot of day hikers out. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see what's up the trail. But this is what we got right now. Out tromping through the woods. I think we have peeked out at what we needed to peek out just a few minutes ago, and we're flattening out for a little bit, which is good. Still catching my breath from the climb. We have run into a ton of folks that are day hikers out here from Newfound Gap. I wasn't aware that Charlie's Bunion's only 4 miles in. They told me it was, I thought somebody said it was much further, but it's an 8-mile round trip. So that's why we're still catching on to day hikers, I guess. They've been out to see that view, and that is supposed to be a pretty awesome view. We'll catch that one first thing in the morning for us. That's not first thing in the morning for you, probably. And it's been really interesting to stop and talk to families of folks that have stopped Gavin and saying how long are you out for, and to see their faces when he says 6 months. You know, he's really impressing a lot of folks out here with his hiking prowess and the fact that he's committed to making this trip with me. And we really are having a really great time. It's tons of fun. So Anyway, we're going to keep hiking. We're probably within a mile of the shelter, and that's going to be an early day for us today. We'll be able to sit down and do some things, so that'll be nice. About 2/10 of a mile from our shelter, and I hope that this is what it's going to look like. We're back in the evergreen forest with the moss again, and you know what a sucker I am for that. This is just beautiful. We're kind of in the Appalachian ditch right now, but it's okay. We've had a nice hike today. We've met a lot of folks, talked to a lot of folks, and it's been really kind of neat to share our story. There was one gentleman that we hiked that was a biology teacher from Wisconsin. It's amazing to me how many people there are down here in the South right now. I guess it's spring break for a lot of places, but how many people there are down here in the South from Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, all those places way up north. But it's been really fun to talk to folks and meet a lot of people on the trail. So we're going to ring off. We've got some hikers coming in, so we'll see you up the road. Hey, how are y'all? We've hiked around here for the last little while.
Oh yeah.
And we're meeting back up with them here at the shelter today, but they're heading on out, but we'll catch up to them a little bit later on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you guys hike safe, and we'll see y'all after a bit.
All right.
This is a view from Icewater Springs Shelter, and this is one of the nicest views that we've had in a while, looking down out through the Smoky Mountains. It's been a really interesting day because we're only 3 miles out from Newfound Gap, and it's spring break for an awful lot of people, and there's a lot of day hikers out here on the trail. I didn't realize that Charlie's Bunyan is a 4 mile out and 4 mile back trip from Newfound Gap, and it's one of the sights to see on the AT. So there's been an awful lot of day hikers out. Some coming through the shelter area and visiting with us, and we just ran up with some old friends that we hiked and camped with some last week. So that's been kind of neat, but this is our view, and this is our shelter looking around. Ooh, too fast, sorry, hope I didn't make you dizzy. But that's what we got, and this is where we're staying tonight. Should be very cozy. I don't think it's going to be terribly crowded because a lot of the thru hikers are walking on up a few more miles to the next shelter up. But we'll see how it goes. So that's where we are tonight, and we'll check in later. So one of the nice things about the shelter is you can, in the Smokies, you can build a fire. There's a fireplace inside. We've got a cribbage game going on out here. And we're watching the sunset behind us. But we can see the shadows moving across these mountains here, and that's really kind of a nifty thing. So you compare what we saw when we came in and what we're dealing with now, and there certainly is a difference. It's a really beautiful day, and I look forward to sleeping well, and hope to have a good day of hiking tomorrow. We're going to do a big day of about 12.5 miles as our plan. Of course, plans can change, but we're going to give that an honest go and see how it goes. So we'll check in with you then.